Hi, I'm LDS in Medium, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to try to bring religion and spirituality closer together, and this is what this pod is all about. I will talk about my own thoughts and feelings as I am both LDS and have spiritual gifts, something that I've had my whole life, but I always thought that it was hard to combine these gifts with my religion. This has torn me into two directions, and I have talked to many people who feel the same way. I can't choose not to have my spiritual gifts, but I can choose how I use them. And I always want to use them for good and to help others. I believe my heavenly parents gave them to me for a reason. So, this is me. Join my quest for knowledge.
1 Nephi 16. In the first verse, Nephi is done speaking with his brothers, and their response is that they think he has been too hard on them. I always say the truth is hard if you're doing the wrong thing. Of course, no one wants to be called out on their "how can I say this without sounding crude?" You know what I mean. And Nephi says this to them in the end of verse 2. The guilty taketh the truth to be hard, for it cutteth them to the very center. Doing the William White Cloud course, we got to practice different things, and one thing was to do a greatness reading. I got to be read by one of the teachers, and she began by saying, "You are a powerful mirror. You reflect back a very accurate picture of what is happening or who one is. This is in you. Just being in your energy will make people see their truth." And it made me think back to the words that my ex said to me when he left. "You make me feel dirty." It hurt so bad back then, but now I understand where it came from and why. For 15 minutes she told me about my gifts and how I'm supposed to shine in this world. A part of me got a little bit discouraged, I must admit. I want nothing more than to find someone to share my life with. But is there a man out there that would want to spend the rest of his life married to a mirror of his soul? Back to Nephi. Now he states the truth. If ye were righteous and were willing to hearken to the truth, and give heed unto it, that ye might walk upright before God, then ye would not murmur because of the truth. It's actually that simple. If we do what is right, we don't have to complain. The truth becomes uncomfortable when we don't live according to it. So they humbled themselves. Life moved on. Nephi got married to one of Ishmael's daughters, and so did his brethren and Soram too. And then Lehi got told in the night to take everyone and go into the wilderness. Right now they were living in tents in the valley of Lemuel. On the morning he found the Liahona, the compass, on the ground outside his tent. And gathering everything they needed, they took everything and went into the wilderness. So they are camped out in the wilderness, and the men go out into the wilderness to hunt for food. And Nephi manages to break his bow that was made out of steel. And the brothers immediately gets upset with him. And even Lehi starts to complain. But Nephi, he just starts making a new bow out of woods and make new arrows, taking a sling and some stones, and goes to Lehi to ask where he should go to find food. This is a quality that I admire with Nephi. I bet he felt down when the bow broke. He knew how important that bow was, especially since his brother's bows didn't function that well. So he must have felt shock, grief, sorrow, and worries. But he didn't stay in it. He didn't wallow in it. This has happened. What do I need to do to find a solution? I make another bow. It's as simple as that. And in asking his father, who is the patriarch of the family, where he should go to find food, he gently reminded him to return to trust the Lord. I'm currently watching a K-drama called Dr. Romantic, and I'm in season 2. And in this drama, there are some troubled young doctors and a mentor that is doing his best to help them find their greatness within. And reading this made me think of the drama, and of Heavenly Father who is guiding me gently but firmly. He lets me make mistakes. He doesn't hold me in the sorrow or misery forever, but wants me to learn and then let go. In the letting go, you find the power to find new solutions and new goals and be better, stronger, happier. So the Lord told Nephi, after he told him some wisely chosen words, to look at the ball and the words written on it. And the ball worked according to the faith and diligence and heed that they gave it. So Nephi went up in the mountains after the direction of the ball, and he killed enough animals to feed everyone. And now that Nephi returned with food, they became happy and humbled themselves. So my thought is, am I like that? Do I humble myself when I face hardship or when life is good? Is it possible to always be humble? Because that would be my choice. Not A, not B. I go for option C. Now Ishmael dies and his daughter starts to complain. They think life is too hard and wants to go back to Jerusalem. So here Laman comes up with a plan to kill both Lehi and Nephi and go back. And he uses the fact that God speaks to Nephi and also angels to make the others dislike him more. I'm just a little taken by their logic, or lack thereof. But the Lord spoke to them and chastened them exceedingly, so they humbled themselves. I don't understand the need to kill. Why not just take what they need and go back themselves? I know they had a place in the plan and outcome, but honestly, imagine them going back and be destroyed along with Jerusalem. I wonder how the story would have turned out like then. I get scared, angry and sad when things happen in life, but I think I bounce back rather fast. Not like Nephi, but I'm getting better and better. I mean, it's not experiences that I love to have, but I grow and learn a lot when placed in those kind of circumstances. So, if you can choose, are you in group A, B, or do you choose option C? Be the light, share the light, spread the light, shine.
This is my journey. Thank you so much for keeping me company today. Please download, like, share, and subscribe, and help spread the light and spread the word to expand our community. Let's bring more love, peace, and unity to this world. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Always be grateful, kind, and loving. Be brave and remember to step out of your comfort zone and smile. If you support us on Patreon, you will get access to our meditations and extra materials so you can download them as MP3. Also, we now have a Facebook group, which you can access from our Facebook community. Please answer the questions as you apply to participate. It will be a safe haven where we can keep discussing religion and spirituality, our spiritual gifts, and self-development. Remember, one person can make a difference, but together we can change the world.